What's up, everybody? Ruben Garcia here with Find Fayetteville, and we are going to look at March market report, real estate stuff. If you stick around, you're also going to get some information that I got from the New Home Builders Association meeting that they had talking about new homes, and what I'll talk about at the end, because there was a little doom and gloom at the end, but there's opportunity in every obstacle, and I'm going to go over that as well. So make sure you stick around at the end to watch that. However, what we always do first is like to see, here we go. Boom, here we go. So this is, as of right now, we are in April, it's April 12th, but it does take a second for the numbers for March to come out. So give me till today, essentially in the middle of the next month to go over last month's numbers. However, this right here currently is the most viewed listing right now. It's the most popular listing. So something I like to do is just go ahead and look into it. And by the way, all three of these are different, to the most popular, to the most expensive, to the cheapest, I guess you would say, to the least expensive. So here we are right here. Oop. This is, as of right now, the #1 home on our MLS that people are looking at. So yeah, it's beautiful, right? Oh, I like the doggy, little doggy tray right here. It looks like it's got some buttons. What's going on here? It's got a little radio. Uh, what I will say, guys, and something that I do a little bit different is this is, as I'm looking at it, you're going to get my reaction. It's almost like a reaction video, essentially. So I don't look at any of this stuff prior. I want to look at it with my homies, which are all of you. All right, so let's keep going. Yep, pretty. Ooh, I like now those windows, I'm in love with. So I'm a guy who loves windows, and I want natural light to come in and all the things. However, what do I see though? What do I see? What is that? What's going on here? Looks like a parking lot or something. Well, I guess oh, that's a fence. Never mind. Dang. Well, there you go. This is a fence. Tell me it doesn't look like a parking lot. All right, tell me it doesn't look like a parking lot. Anyways, let's go back to it. It is pretty. It is pretty. I do love the windows. Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh. Mhm, mhm. Whoa. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Now, what am I noticing? Let me go back. Where was it? So this is something I just noticed. So say if I were showing this home, a fan right here, a fan right here. It kind of gives off the impression that there's not enough circulation in these rooms. And I could be completely wrong, and maybe they just love a lot of wind blowing on them. And to tell you the truth, raise your hand if you like fans on at night, and maybe that's what it is. Because I do, I certainly do. But that's just almost my gut reaction on that. All right, let's keep it rolling. Pretty, pretty. Whoa, they love some roses. They love some roses. Oh, that's cool. I wonder if that's the outside of their old house right here. And look, so this right here, I couldn't do. I couldn't do. And what's funny is there's no fan in here, but there's no fan on the ceiling. But there's a fan outside. I do like the decor though. The decor is nice. I love this screened-in porch. That is going to be extremely helpful in the summertime with all the bugs. Yep, got himself a pool. Oh, look, and they also have a oh, I just forgot the name of it, but this probably extends out. At least that's what it looks like. Some of y'all are yelling what the name of this is right now at the screen. Oh, and some new construction is getting built right next to it. Canopy is what I want to say. That's not it. Oh man, it's gonna torture me. Either way, got a nice little pool. Okay, that's funny. Why is that picture? All right. Okay. Yep, all new construction. This is probably a new phase, maybe right here. It is a corner lot. Look at the home. Look at the. I bet this is one of the agents. That's probably the agent's car right there, or the guy with the drone. Yeah, I mean, there you go. Yep. All right, that's the most viewed home. Let's go ahead and jump out of this. Very cool. I get it. Let's go back. And this hasn't always been the most expensive home. I shouldn't say expensive. What do they put? Expensive, okay. Because for some people, this isn't expensive at all. But this is the home that is the highest price listing within our MLS. I will reach out to them and see if I can do a tour. Look at that entrance. Oh my goodness. Love the checkered floor. Love the pillars or columns or however you want to say it. Love the arches. Man, look at that entrance. By the way, look at this. So this right here, one thing we would always say to anybody who is looking to list their property, first impressions, first impressions. And so if you could change out that door handle to be a nice door handle before they even open the door, and that's what you're seeing here. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that handle. Oh my goodness. I love it. All right, let's keep it moving. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I like the green. I know that might be odd for some people. Uh, Not a fan of carpet anymore. After you got kids, it just you slowly not become. Oh, I like this. This is looks reminiscent of putting a phone right here, possibly. Man, that couch almost blends in with the carpet, doesn't it? All right, I'm just gonna roll through these real quick. If you do like it, you do want to see it, and you're pre-approved at this price point, you can ask for me to show it to you, and I will show it to you, or the team will. I do like this little bar area, though. Wow. Okay, so look at this. This is kind of like a sunroom, but definitely more closed in and more like a square footage sunroom. A little wine rack in there. It's very well put together. Checkered, checkered, checkered. All right, so I'm just gonna roll through the. Oh man. So if you just want to chill out in the bathroom, you can do that. Wow, that's you chilling in the bathroom. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. All right. Very well put together. Oh my gosh, I love the organization. The organization is off the hook. Yep, 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 yep. See, I would, nah, whatever. Yep, yep, yep. Well, I'm just gonna say it. If I knew this was the most expensive listing, I would take down my family photos. Because a lot of people are just gonna be nosy like myself and just look at the most expensive listing. Ton of photos, great yard. Yes, 3-car garage, love it. Ooh, look at that entertainment area. Look at that grill. Wow. It's like a fridge sideways. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, where is this thing? Willow Bend Lane. Beautiful. Yep. Very cool. All right, let's go back. And then I do know the least expensive home. I have seen this one. It has 2 photos, so this ain't gonna take long. Here is the front. Here is the back with a door. So yep, there you go. It's off Murchison Road. So you can go check that out as well at a strong $70,000. Motivated, yes, it's the 1% rule. If you know what that is as an investor, there you go. Off the Merc, you can get yourself a $70,000 home. Right now, I got some phone calls coming in. What? Do you guys want to watch it, or do you guys figures I would get some people reaching out in terms of that one. All right, so let's keep it moving. I did want to show you that. It's always fun to look at that to start it off. I am going to stop share that one, and then let's get into some of the numbers. All right, so check this out. Present, share screen, Fayetteville. Here are the numbers for my people. Here we are. All right. So a few things to look at here. These are the numbers. These are single family homes. So these aren't new construction. Obviously, right here is new construction. We'll get into that. Single family homes. So this right here, we're looking at 2023 versus 2024 in March. We call this month over month. So you can look at month over month, 23 versus 24. We're down 4%, same time last year. We are up in pending sales. We are down in closed sales. There's something interesting on this, and I'm gonna touch on it here in a second. Days on market, we are up almost 60%. Obviously, the market was a little bit hotter last year, and same thing every single month. The homes are staying on the market just a little bit longer. Right here, let's go to average sales price. Average sales price up 7%. And look at this, 98.5%. 98.5. Sorry, hold on one second. Um, oh, what just happened? Oh, here it is. So that number has gone down. That number has gone down a little bit by a percentage or so from last month. So these year-to-date numbers kind of give us a heads up. As you will see, we are down month over month, but we're almost flat for the year. So if you look at average sales price 236, last month it was 237. So we're right there. I mean, guys, we're staying the same. But the interesting thing is right here. So new listings, 358 month over month. But last month we were 325. So although it does say that we're, oh, excuse me. No, we're down. We're down right here. Where's the up number? I apologize. Pending sales. It says we're up almost 6%. So we round up once it hits 0.5. So let's say we're up 6% on pending sales, meaning homes going under contract. And it says we're down 12% on actually closing these homes out. We were at pending sales 297 last month. So we are going up. This is 219. Yeah, so that's what it was. So last month we were, although it says month over month, we're down 12%. In February of this month, we had closed sales at 219. So we're actually going up on closed sales. We're putting homes on the market, essentially. Year to date, let's see, we got new listings 5%. Here, I'm just going to run through this. 5%. And last month we were up 10%. We had 627 listings put on, and we are at 991 for the year. But the biggest thing right now, man, and I thought it'd be an easier reflection, not going the way that I thought it was going to go just there. But closed sales, although it says we're down month over month, we're actually closing more units. We're closing more units. So we're not putting as many homes on the market, but we're starting to absorb what is already on the market. Okay. Days on market, of course, we're up 60% month over month, and we're up 333. If you know me, that is a number I love, 333. But we are, since in February of 2024, we were at 32. 32. So although it says we're up here almost 60%, we're actually going down on how long these homes are staying on the market currently. Median sales price 226, average sales price 237. Interesting to see that we are right now from list price to closed price, we are at 98.5%. So we're almost getting 100%. It is interesting to know that in February last month, we were at 99%. So we're down 1% as well. So what does that say? What does that mean? What does all that mean? It means we do have listings coming on the market or that are staying on the market for a little bit longer. And we are seeing that they are being absorbed in the market. So we honestly need to pump a little bit more listings into the market. And we do have a sector that is doing that, and we will call it new construction, which I'm going to go over right now. Let me scroll down. So here we are. As you remember, or maybe you remember, maybe you don't remember, give me 1 second. Last month, we were at 99.9% right here. So list to under contract, close, let's just say close price, 100%. So they're getting what they're asking for. The month prior, last month, they weren't. So what does that say? Inventory's getting lower and they're being absorbed into the market because supply and demand. It's truly as simple as that. We were at an average sales price of $395. Now we're at an average sales price of $401. When I say we were, that was last month. So the average sales price is going up. They're getting what they're asking for. It's because the inventory is starting to shrink a little bit here on the single family. So you're starting to see people move to the new construction. There's more demand, and that allows the builders to get what they're asking for. Also, there's been some correction in the market, and obviously things aren't as inflated as they used to be. So they're price matching where the market's at now versus projecting. Because there was where the market was going a little bananas that people could including myself, as an investor, and we were projecting rental prices. Things are we're starting to adjust to what the market is actually asking for versus projecting what it could go for, and then getting those numbers. That's how bananas the market was. Even now, we have a rental on the market right now, and we once had the highest price rental in there. I projected it through about 100 or maybe even $200. Maybe it's 150. I don't remember, over what the market said, and it got picked up very quickly. I think less than 2 weeks, it got picked up. That is no longer the case. I projected. We had 3 showings. They're not biting. They're saying it's too expensive. So we're now in a market to where we just accept what the market is versus a projection of price. And you're seeing that right now, even in the numbers. All right, so in February, we had 66 new listings. Now we have 41. What did I just say? Inventory is going lower. There's less supply on that, right? Which will only build up more demand. We've had 23 closings in February. We have 22. So we're closing at the same rate, but we're not putting as much on the market. Again, I'm going to say a little something about this, about how there will be more new construction coming up. Please wait till the end. Days on market last month in February was 53. Now we're at 46. I mean, all these numbers are saying we're eating up inventory again. But I think because we're pricing it right, and as the buyers are, which by the way, we just had an announcement of interest rates yesterday or 2 days ago. I think it was yesterday. And it didn't excite buyers. We'll say that. We also have this NAR settlement, which if you haven't watched that, go to, maybe I'll put the link below actually. And we talked to the the director of operations, the vice president, director of operations. I don't remember what her title was with eXp Realty about these things. But it's not putting a lot of confidence in sellers and buyers as well, because some of these are feeding into the bad news that is getting pushed out there. And a lot of this stuff is not true. We are in a VA market, so we have to be careful of that too, because VA buyers can't necessarily, on the buy side, can't put that type of money towards things. We're also looking at rolling these things into list prices. It's a whole thing. Again, not putting a lot of confidence in, and we're going to talk about this at the very end for the New Builders Association and some of the stuff that they talked about. But anyways, not a lot of confidence coming in, so it's not helping necessarily. But inventory is getting eaten up. Although it is, again, we are now back at 100%. We were floating there for what, 2 years, 3 years, and then it poked down a little bit, but now we're right back up. Let's look at year-to-date numbers. We were last month year-to-date we're at 106. Now we're at 147 new listings. We had a 30% increase year-to-date versus last year's year-to-date. We have a 6% or almost 7% increase in pending sales. I mean, it's basically saying exactly what we said. We need more listings here on the market. They're being absorbed. Although they're getting what they're asking for. I mean, they are going to get what they're asking for. Anyways, I'm beating a dead horse at this point. Townhomes. Remember this one? This one was the winner for I don't even remember how long. They were always getting what they asked for. Didn't matter. They were the winners. But in February, they were at 97.3%. Look at this. We're pumping it back up. All right, so let's do this. Pop quiz. They're getting what they're asking for. Why? Why are they getting what they're asking for? And what has the new construction and the single family market told us thus far? Why are they being put in a better position to get what they're asking for? So less negotiating, where they're coming down on some things, including price, in order to get this thing under contract. Let's just that was your quiz, and let's just roll right into it. We have new listings, 42. Last month, 29. So we're up if you look at that month over, or from last month, but month over month, nothing has changed. Pending sales, we are up 7% month over month. Last month, we were 30%. So we're actually pending the ones that we had. So although in February, we had 29, we have 42. Yeah, I mean, we have more listings in the market. Let's look at year to date. Maybe this will tell us a little bit more information. So year to date, in February, we were new listings 40%. We were up 40%. We had 65. We're up 20%. Exactly. So we're not putting as much on the market, and the stuff is starting to get absorbed, which is giving the power to the seller because there's not as much inventory as it was year to date last year. And so the buyers are eating this up, the ones that can get in here. Days on market, almost 260%. Last month, days on market was 170%. It was 43 days for last month, month over month, and we're staying steady at 43 days. This stuff is just getting eaten up. Of course, lower price points for townhomes and condos. We are looking at a 175 average sales price for March, and in February we were looking at 175 flat. So this has peaked. Townhomes and condos, at least for now, have peaked. And we're starting to see it. They weren't getting what they were asking for. They're getting much closer to what they're asking for. So far, the moral of the story for at least our market is that there's not as much projecting going on. Because remember, we're going over 100% for how long? That goes for single family, that goes for new construction, that goes for townhomes, condos. What you were putting on the market, you could project a higher price point, and you would get it through just extreme low inventory, or that there was just so many buyers where it was getting to a multiple offer situation. Now we're just going for what the market is accepting, and the numbers are saying it. That is the moral of the story across the board right now. Move here. Let's see what the graph says. Let's see if it tells us the same thing. Wow, does this new construction look like it's getting flat? This doesn't necessarily look like single family is. Neither does the townhome condo, but numbers are saying this is all starting to flatten out. Still a healthy market, and let me show you why. First, I'm going to show you a few things. If you stuck around this long, thank you. Moral of the story, market is accepting what the market's accepting right now, and it used to not necessarily be that way. You could negotiate as a seller. You'd be in a much better position to negotiate. But I mean, still strong market. We're getting what we're asking for essentially, and especially on the new construction side. All right, I'm going to go over a few things. Stop share there, and then now I'm going to share a window. So I went to the look at that, boom. So that's myself with some of the Rockstar agents in Fayetteville, North Carolina, and we are at a new home builder association conversation, or a new builder association conversation, meeting, whatever. We brought in some big wigs. I didn't do a thing. I just showed up. They brought in some big wigs to talk about some of the stuff that we were seeing in the market for new construction, which was pretty cool. And it did show a few things, and I want to go over that stuff with you. So let's go over it. Oh, let me see if you can see this really decently well. So obviously I was taking pictures on the, bet I could focus in. Give me a second. Boom, there we go. All right, so check this out. Regulatory costs. So the cost of building a new home. There's 11% gain from 2016 to 2021. Total effective building codes, land uses. So this is all the stuff rolled into, or this is all the stuff that if put together, you're going to get $93,000 essentially to to build a new home. And it goes over some of these costs, which is so interesting. So there's a lot of government stuff in here. So zoning, fees required for studying, hard costs of compliance, land dedication, government or otherwise, standards, go beyond the ordinary. Okay. OSHA stuff, pure cost delay. Delays, right? Yep, delays. Changing building codes. So a lot of code stuff. See new. What was that? National Association of Home Builders. There you go. But this is interesting. So next time you're looking at a new construction, and of course this is average, but it's interesting to see how much money gets put into one home. And this is average, but almost $100,000. Interesting. I thought you guys would want to see that. Here is another interesting graph. So check this graph out, guys. This right here is the labor construction job opening peaked for cycle question mark. The skilled labor shortage persists. 360,000 net gain for residential construction since January 2020. We have, look how many job openings for construction. The number of open construction positions is 413,000 since January 2024. This is the job open rate, the blue line. This is the 12-month moving average. Of course, it's just doing an average of it. Guys, look at this, man. Of course, it went down 08, 09. We all know what happened there. 2020, it went down. We all know what happened there. But we're still at an extreme shortage of skilled labor. I will say, when I was, let me move over here. I'm going to a few schools this month, and it was cool. There was one kid in one of the classes and a few other kids, but this one kid really stuck out when we were talking about some of the things they want to do. He said he wanted to be a welder. And I cannot stress enough for the society to look down on skilled construction workers. Insane. Insane. That is the biggest need. If anybody moves into that category and builds a business, one, obviously become skilled yourself, get into the trade, learn, apprentice, get a job, and then scale the business from there, hire some people, bring some people onto the team, maybe do 1099. You could build a big business, because that is I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you this. Most significant problems faced in 2023 and 24. Builder costs. What does that first one say right there? Cost / availability of labor. That is the most significant problem facing builders in 2023, is the cost available of labor. So faced in 2023, expected in 2024. Look at this. Dude, it's beating out material prices. It's beating out developed lots. It's beating out time it takes to obtain the building materials, other building code requirements, energy efficient requirements, health insurance, general liability, damage building, worker compensation. No. Availability of labor. As I'm going into these schools, they are talking a lot about these things, which is perfect, which is awesome. If it's not your jam, that's cool too. But if you could ignore what people might think about construction workers, and maybe you have the love for it and you care less what other people think. But if you could personally get past that, they need you. Who cares what anyone thinks? Your jeans are dirty, you got your vest on, bright, highlight, right? People might not even look at you twice. Whatever. You're doing pretty well in terms of monetary means coming your way because of simple supply and demand. They could not stress it enough how much they needed skilled workers. So if that's you, reach out. Let me know. I mean, heck, there might be some business opportunities here, right? That's the number one thing. Sorry, not sure what happened there. But I hope you got a good amount of information about the market, where it's at in terms of numbers, but also a little bit of projection of what we saw in the from that new home builder association meeting. I'm going to come out with something a little bit deeper dive through slides that we have, but I thought you guys would get the first look into it because you guys are always dedicated to watching this stuff. So I very much appreciate it. Hope you got a lot out of where the market's at, where it's possibly going to go. As just to kind of sum it up, people are pricing things at market value. We are eating up our own inventory right now. Again, need more listings. We need more homes. Um, Honestly, right now, one of the things that the interest rates are doing is kind of hurting us, the real estate market, because buyers don't want to buy, sellers don't want to sell their home, and then they got a great interest rate, and then just to get into a higher interest rate, um, it's like it would definitely start to allow others to get back into the market, and we are 16 real estate 16% approximately of the GDP. So if we could heighten that up and or bump that up with people buying and selling, and I don't think interest rates are, I think it's supposed to slow down inflation and all the things. Um, I don't think it's helping right now because, as investors are looking at this stuff, they have to take in that percentage, which where does it go? It goes back down to the consumer so they can cover that cost. Same with buying or building homes. So I hope they do correct that. Um, but yeah, as of right now, we're eating up our inventory. Things are now getting what they're asking for. We're pumping that back up a little bit more. It's only because we're low. We're getting lower on inventory again, and things are being priced right, so it's getting eaten up. So if you're looking to buy right now, honestly, oddly enough, I think it's always a good time to buy. But if you can't right now and it's too tight, obviously a lender won't let you do it anyways. But just hold off for a little bit. I did hear that 2025, believe it or not, I know it's another year out, is probably where we're going to see some a little bit more impactful lower interest rates. So a 12-month lease, we'll see where all this goes. Who knows where this all go? You can never really truly predict it, but we're stable. Fayetteville market's pretty stable. They were happy about this market when they came down to speak. But I will also say, there is opportunity in if the interest rates are high and all the things that I just said. Learning creative financing, learning other ways, seller financing, assumable loans. Off-market deals. Yes, you're gonna have to swing a hammer or hire someone to swing a hammer. But that allows you to get into a market that is kind of getting eat up by interest rates right now. Crazy news with NAR and a National Association of Realtors and a few other things. But you can always control your own destiny. You just gotta you might just need to sharpen those tools a little bit. And I believe right now, that's why I love our team. We're investors first, and we definitely see the seller financing off market that won't ever go away because there's not enough people educated on this stuff. And I think if there were more agents educated on this stuff, that they could talk to their buyers and get them into a home. So we'll see. We'll see where all this goes. But make sure you align yourself with a team that could do that. Reach out if you do have any questions. I'm going to end this now. We're almost at 40 minutes. Good gosh. Maybe not. Maybe this is reading wrong because that thing that happened. But if there are any questions, please reach out. I'm here for it. Hope you have an amazing day. Adios.